You can't go on the internet today without seeing AI everywhere. AI is making art, profile pictures, even podcasts. Well, I'm going to put my podcast knowledge to the test and go one-on-one with an AI to see who has the better recommendations for podcast equipment. We're going to see if I can predict what AI is going to recommend for some of this podcast equipment and if I have some better suggestions that it didn't know about.
Come with me if you want to live.
All right, for round one, I'm going to ask the AI what it recommends for the best professional podcasting microphone. Now, I guarantee, I'll even put money on it, $5 says they will 100% say the Shure SM7B as one of the recommendations, which is a great microphone. It's the microphone you see literally everywhere. I imagine it's also going to recommend the RE20, and there might be a wild card in there like the Shure SM58, but guarantee you it's going to say the Shure SM7B. A microphone it won't recommend and it probably doesn't know about is the Earthworks ETHOS. The Earthworks ETHOS is actually an incredible microphone. It's what I use to podcast with personally. I bet the AI doesn't know about this one, and it's going to be the recommendation that I would give for a professional podcasting microphone. I'm also going to throw in one other recommendation I don't think the AI will know about, which is the Neumann KMS 105. This is the microphone used by Mike Hurley of the Relay.fm network. It's an incredible microphone, but I bet AI is not going to recommend it. So we're going to go to ChatGPT from OpenAI. This is actually a completely free tool. We'll put a link in the video description. You could use it right now. You can even use this free tool to help you in your podcast production right now, like naming episode titles, even naming your show, and question ideas for guests. Subscribe to the Riverside YouTube channel. That video is going to be coming very soon. So here we go. Let's ask the AI the best microphones for professional podcasting. All right, as soon as we hit enter, it's going to generate some of its suggestions. I'm not sweating. Are you sweating? Now, I did not do this before. This is totally a live reaction. I did not preempt these questions or look up what it was going to say at all. Totally called it. There are many great microphones that are suitable for professional podcasting. Some popular options. What did I say? Shure SM7B and the RE20 from Electro Voice. Also, the Rode Procaster is in there. But, like I said, it did not recommend the Earthworks ETHOS or the Neumann microphone. I'm not going to make you pay it, but you owe me $5. All right, for round two, I'm going to ask ChatGPT what are the best USB microphones. I bet you they will say the Samson Q2U, and they'll probably say the Shure MV7. Now, I would also recommend the Shure MV7, but I bet it will not recommend my favorite USB microphone, which is the Audio-Technica ATR2100X. I love this microphone for several reasons. It has a USB-C connection instead of mini USB, which is what the MV7, that has micro USB, and the Samson Q2U has mini USB. Older standards, but the 2100X comes with USB-C right there on the bottom, and it has the XLR connection, and it's only about $80. I bet you the AI is not going to recommend this one, and this is actually the one I would recommend to most people starting out in a podcast. So let's see what the AI says. Best USB microphones for podcasting. Oh, okay, so the AI is saying the Blue Yeti, the Audio-Technica 2100, which is the one that I was recommending, the Samson Q2U, which I also predicted. It did not mention the Shure MV7, which, if you're going for a mid-range or intermediate USB microphone, I do think the MV7 has really good audio quality for the value. It's about $250. But I'm going to give the AI credit that it knew about the Audio-Technica 2100. I'll give the AI a tie. I'm going to say we tied for the second round. So 1 point for me, 1 tie. Let's go to round three. Round three is the best audio interface for podcasting. Now, there are lots of audio interfaces out there. It's probably going to recommend a Scarlett Focusrite 2i2, which is something I would recommend as well. We actually have a whole video on audio interfaces. You can check that out above. So I'm going to say it's going to do the Scarlett 2i2. It's also probably going to recommend the Apollo Twin Series. That's a professional range audio interface. It's almost about $1,000 depending on what model you get. It might also recommend a PreSonus 2-channel interface, but I'm going to recommend the MOTU M2. It's a great audio interface, has good preamps, and it's still a good value, around $250 depending on what model you get. Best audio interfaces for podcasting. What did I say? Focusrite Scarlett 2i2, it's exactly what I predicted. A PreSonus audio interface, did that too. Now the Steinberg UR22, that's another 2-channel interface similar to the Scarlett and the PreSonus. Also recommended the AudioBox USB 96. So I was able to call 2 out of 3 of the audio interfaces that AI was going to recommend. It did not get the MOTU MU, didn't know about that, and it didn't recommend the Apollo Twin Series, which again, if you're looking for a high-end audio interface, the Apollo series is very good. I'm going to say 2 rounds for me and 1 tie. For round 4, let's move into video. Video podcasting is really big right now with YouTube putting a huge push into it. We actually have a whole video on why you should start a video podcast there. But when it comes to using a webcam for a video podcast, one of the best options right now, especially if you have an iPhone and a Mac, is continuity camera. I doubt it's going to talk about continuity camera, though I'm not sure. So I'm going to say continuity camera is one of the best options to use a webcam, your iPhone, for a video podcast. Then I'm going to recommend the Logitech StreamCam. Again, we have a whole video on webcams. You could check that out above or the link in the video description. I think it's going to recommend the Logitech Brio, and it might recommend the Opal C1, which again, we've done a review on that, but I don't think those are the best options. The best value I'm going to say is the Logitech StreamCam and an iPhone with continuity camera. Let's see what it says. Okay, these are some models, the Logitech C920, which we included in our review, the Razer Kia, I've not heard of that, Microsoft LifeCam Studio, but as I predicted, it did not talk about continuity camera. Now, it did have some recommendations that I was not aware of. I haven't tried the Razer or the Microsoft LifeCam Studio. If you've tried those, leave a comment below, let us know what you think. I'll say we're tied on that one. So 2 points for me, 2 ties. All right, round 5, if you're gonna do professional video podcasting, you're probably looking at mirrorless or other camcorders. I'm gonna say the AI is gonna recommend a Sony ZV-E10 or one of those lower end Sony cameras. Maybe it'll recommend the Sony a7S III. That's a really popular camera, especially on YouTube. I'm gonna recommend the Sony ZV-E10 as well, but also the a7 IV. It's a great mirrorless camera. It's actually what I'm using right now. The AI might also throw like a Canon R5 model in there. I think it'll probably suggest that, so let's see what it says. Best mirrorless cameras for video podcasting. I forgot about the Sony Alpha A6400. That's actually a camera I'm using right now for the top-down shot, so I do recommend that camera as well. The Lumix GH5, I should have thought about that. That is a popular camera as well, and the Fujifilm X-T3. I forgot about those cameras off the top of my head, even though I literally have one here in the studio. I'm gonna give that point to the AI. I'm gonna say the AI had some good recommendations for that. 1 point for the AI, 2 for me, 2 ties. I'm gonna say I beat the AI in this challenge. But again, you can use AI to your advantage in your podcast production as well. Episode titles, question ideas for interviews, and a ton more. Check out ChatGPT, that link is in the description, and subscribe to the Riverside channel. If you'd like to see some more competitions between me and the AI generator, we'd love to hear it. Drop a comment below. You can check out this playlist above about fixing bad audio, how to use multicam setups, and more. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you in the next video.